welcome to the Black Achievers video and radio podcast show. I'm your host, Herb Bellamy Jr., and today we are interviewing some more of our board members. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Robert L. Robinson III.
Hey, Herb.
How are you, Mr. Robinson?
I'm doing great. How you
It is the
doing,
third,
Mr.
right?
President? The second.
The
That's all
second.
right.
Oh, okay.
I don't need a third right
Well,
now.
the last should be first and the first should be last? Or?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Welcome to our show. We get to see some more of our board members behind the scenes. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. It's a pleasure being here with you.
That's good. Now, what do you do, Robert, besides volunteering your services for Black Achievers?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I looked back probably 10 years ago of all the things that I've done. And I said I'm really fortunate to be able to help out. You know, I started off as just a volunteer, as you know. Mm-hmm. And then you were really nice enough to give me the Volunteer of the Year award. And then I really just wanted to do more. So then when the board came together, I was honored that you asked me to participate and beyond. So as you know, I do like everyone else, whatever is needed to make that event go off.
Yes. Robert's like that guy. You call in for every little thing. So can you do this? Can you do that? And he's right there. I can interview. I can roll the red carpet. I can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but you know what? It's easy when you see your president and the CEO do it all. So truthfully, I'm just following suit, man.
Well, it's interesting you say that because if you don't know how to do it, you can't tell somebody else how to do it.
You're absolutely right. I totally
that's
agree
with
that.
anything. I've learned that from entrepreneurship. But tell me something about the experiences with Black Achievers. What do you have an award ceremony that stands out the most thus far?
You know what? I think that they all really are special and different in their own way. Mm-hmm. But what I recall on all the ones that's similar, the excitement and the joy of the Black Achievers awardees when their name is called. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think about all of the folks in Western New York who do incredible work at their job day in and day out, and sometimes may not feel they receive the recognition that's due. But when the Buffalo Black Achievers actually call their name, give them an award, I think it just changed their whole perspective. I've seen folks cry. I've seen folks just stand there in awe, can't believe the fact that they've been chosen. And so I just think it's so many great and wonderful people in Western New York. And I'm just honored that, I'm with an organization who recognize them, who really speaks highly of them, and they are truly a role model on what folks can do when they put the hard work in.
Yes, we really have something special in Buffalo with all the achievers over the years, and they all doing great and positive things, and you never hear nothing negative about them, man.
Absolutely right.
And I'm just amazed every year. Even we have to turn down sponsors because they come too late.
Sure.
Of all the people doing, original things.
You're absolutely right.
And it's very rewarding for us as board members and me being chairman of the board to witness that. I mean, we get the front seat of all of Buffalo's finest coming through every year.
You're absolutely right. I think about even we have our meet and greet, and you give folks opportunity just to talk a little bit about their experience, and then we share with them what to expect when we actually have the actual award ceremony. And at that meet and greet, to just hear people's testimonies, to hear their truth about they thought they would never have been recognized, and then to receive recognition from your own community, I just think it's overwhelming. I saw folks come in just thrilled that their name is on the program. And I think many of them, as you know, when they come, they don't know what to expect.
Yes.
But when they see a true professional brand product out there, they're amazed when they open up that ballroom door, when they go to the VIP room, when they look at the program, when they look at the orchestra, all those things are just high class things, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Oh, that's a top-notch organization you're part of.
Yeah, hey, listen, man.
I was starting to swell up when you started saying
that. You're the president. You're not just a client, you're the president.
No, it really is. It's truly an amazing experience to witness such greatness in our community, and we should challenge some of the sponsors and other sponsors and companies in Buffalo. Give that recognition to your achiever and to the employer. You never know where that's going to take that person, because I hear so many stories afterwards. I was an achiever in 85, but look at me now.
Absolutely.
How they accelerated to other positions, because not only do their employer look at them differently, their coworkers look at them differently.
You're absolutely right.
So we're going to continue to show the positive and greatness of so many achievers in Buffalo.
Yeah, I think, we've done a fine job, but I also give so much credit to the founder, to Mr. Herbert Bellamy Sr., who recognized the importance of not just him being recognized, but recognizing other folks. And then I think about our sponsors. Even I think about the sponsors when they come to the award ceremony, how blown away they are. I think about when you and I sit and read the bios of the folks. I mean, we have individuals doing so much stuff that we find ourselves having to almost cut the bios because there's so much great information they provide us.
Yeah.
As you know, it's just wonderful to see folks doing well.
Yeah, and you know what the thing is, if we don't tell our story won't get told. So we're going to continue to show America and Buffalo and Western New York how powerful and great some of these individuals are as Americans in Buffalo. So Robert, I really thank you for coming on today. I thank you for all the contributions that you give to Black Achievers, Inc. I think there were time that you spent as well, because I know you put a lot of time and effort into helping us grow and helping us look great. So I really thank you as the board chair.
No, not a problem. I really appreciate it, Herb. I just want to say, you've done a phenomenal job leading this organization. And it's really easy to follow good leadership and sound leadership. So it's been a blessing. I'm just looking for all the wonderful things we're going to do moving forward in the future.
Yes.
And thanks again.
We have more to do.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And we're going to come back with our next board member. Hi, Herb Bellamy back here with our next guest, board member James Hill Jr. Welcome, James Hill Jr.
Thank you, sir.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm doing well. You've been working with us a long time, huh, man?
Long time, man, since the 70s, man.
No, don't tell everybody our age, man. And we both volunteered to get, when my father, did we volunteer or did he tell us we had to be on the board?
No, he told us we were on the board. Yeah. There was no volunteering with Mr. Bellamy. There was no volunteering with Mr. Bellamy.
Yeah, Mr. Hill, James, we both served on the 1490 Estates Board. And that was, probably close to 40 years ago, when we first started out. And
that's correct.
Yeah, so it's a long time since then.
Long time, my friend.
What you been up to, Mr. Hill?
Well, I just recently retired from the Buffalo Fire Department. Now I'm working at Medaille College.
Okay.
I'm the Assistant Director of Public Safety, so just still trying to give back from what I learned from you and your dad.
Oh, that is a blessing, man. You have been giving back a long time, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and both entities. And I met your president of Medaille College, and there goes my hand, but it's okay, Rob. I'll be all right. But inside joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, Medaille is a great school, and we're looking forward to working with them with Black Achievers Youth Academy as well.
Well, we're looking forward to have you guys over there.
Well, thank you for having us. Tell me some experiences about Black Achievers. Now, you've probably been to maybe 30 or 40 out of the 48 Achievers.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah. So tell us a little bit about how it's changed and since the time you started with this.
Well, it's gotten bigger. Mm-hmm. It really has grown since your father first started it, and it's great to see a tradition that keeps going and getting stronger. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy, working there, behind the scenes, making sure everything is good. It does get hard, but it's worth the effort.
Oh, great. Any memorable Achiever award dinner that that stands out?
Well, definitely a couple of years ago when you surprised me with my award. I wasn't expecting that. And, I got up there and you wanted me to, say a couple of words, and I was just like choked up, and like if you could have felt the sweat off of my back, man, so.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yes.
But then I tell you, Jimmy surprised me one day and gave me a gift to watch and spoke. And at dinner, I was just shocked when he came up. And, I didn't know that he was going to do that.
Yeah.
And you came up and spoke so eloquently, rather. I
Well,
was like,
you know,
I was like, wow. I said, Jimmy, you've been holding back here.
Well, the secret was you didn't know, but I was practicing for like a week in the mirror, so.
You did so great. I didn't even know what. I'm like, oh, is a gift comes with this too? The gift was hearing you speak. I was like, wow. And that's the thing here with Black Achievers, just watching people grow. I've watched Jimmy grow and some of the other board members grow, and they may have started doing one thing, and the next thing you know, they're hosting and doing all kinds of things. So. I just want to thank you for all the years and time you put into me and the faith and belief that you have in me, because, we had some rough times and times that we didn't know who was going to show up at the dinner. But,
right.
God has blessed us, and we've gone through this, and it's just been a great ride with you.
Oh, it's been excellent, and I think one of the great things, from being with you from such a young age is that your dad and really taught me the values of giving back and what it means to be responsible to the community.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he really did. He was fond of you, because like I said, he said, well, you Herb's friend, you're going on there too as well.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, and taught us the value of being on boards and helping with the seniors as well.
Sir.
Yes,
sir.
We gave out shots a couple months ago, to make sure the seniors are taken care of. So we continue to give back to the seniors as we were taught a long time ago.
Yes.
I
think one of the lessons I learned from your dad, I was working in the liquor store, and it was snowing out. And he said, hey, come with me, young man. And he had me shovel this lady's walkway out. I thought I was just to work at the liquor store. But after I thought about it was like, man, this is what it's all about, just giving back and helping people that's less fortunate than you.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I didn't remember that. But yeah, you're right. That Blizzard 77, he was going all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah, him and Mr. Colston. Mr. Colston had the four-wheeler, and they was making sure people got their medicine and groceries.
Yes, sir.
And here we're still doing that, right?
Still
that
doing
big giveaway last year that we did.
We're still doing it.
Yeah, it wasn't a Blizzard 77, but it was a pandemic.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was a pandemic.
Yeah, so it was, some things that we were taught. We learned that this is what you do when crisis come. You don't just turn your back. There's people that need help, and you came over and brought tables and did all kinds of stuff for that day.
We do what we have to do.
Yeah, we do what we have to do, and this is something. You're right. We probably have so many stories that. Half the stories we couldn't share on camera.
No, we can't.
I know you don't want to.
Can't go down that road, man.
But it's been a glorious time.
It has.
And God has blessed us, and, your parents is a great inspiration as well. We both were in and out of our parents' homes all the time. So,
correct.
Your father and mother was a great example, and sometimes you laugh like your father sometimes, and it's funny how things evolve, particularly when you've known people for a long time.
Oh, I know.
And, both of our parents has passed away,
right.
And we both grieved together. We laughed together and we cried together.
That is correct. That is correct.
So I thank you again, Mr. Hill, for coming aboard and blessing us and continuing your work with Black Achievers. And thank you so much for all the years of your contributions.
Thank you, Mr. Bellamy. Appreciate it.
And we'll be back with our next and final board member. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our next board member, Darlene Bellamy McCune. Hello there, Darlene.
Hello, Herb. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I'm so glad that you're able to make it here with us at the Black Achievers Studio. You have been working with Black Achievers along with myself for 49 years. What do you think about that? We were in diapers when we started, right?
Not exactly.
But it's been an enjoyable ride, and I'm so thankful that you've been able right by my side the whole time. And we started out with our earthly father, and his heavenly father started us. So we have been blessed tremendously as Black Achievers has grown so much over the years.
Yes, it has. It has.
Well, tell me a little bit about yourself, or tell the listening audience about yourself. I know all about you, but for the people who don't know, tell us about yourself.
I am married and have two beautiful daughters and son-in-laws, and I have grandchildren. I served as an assistant director to a safe haven for survivors of domestic violence. It was like a ministry to me. I got to reach out to people. I got to see how people's lives can be improved by the way that you talk to them, the way that you treat them, somewhat the same way that I do with Black Achievers.
Wow, you do an incredible job with Black Achievers. It's funny, when you said you had two beautiful daughters, it reminded me of Reverend Lewis when he was reading somebody's bio, and he said, somebody said they had some beautiful children. He said, let me see the children. But I can test for the listening audience, she has two beautiful daughters and a beautiful grandchild, so I know they are. But tell us a little bit more about your work with the founder and our father back in the day when we first started doing Black Achievers, and we didn't know we were on the board, but we certainly was, and how it was a family affair, and how both of you and I have worked probably every job that it is in Black Achievers.
That is true. Dad was a builder. He tried to build character with people. He tried to have things to empower people around him, things that made him feel good. He wanted others to feel the same way. So he was a builder. The Black Achievement Dinner basically came about because someone honored him. And he says, if you can honor me for the things that I do, I can honor you for the things that you do, how you are a great influence in the community and how you continue to build in the community. And there's been a lot of people who have done that. And Dad wanted to see them honored just as well.
Isn't it amazing 49 years later how monumental that still is today?
Yes. Yes. You got to keep building. Got to keep empowering people. When you empower someone, they're empowering someone else. And it keeps going and keeps spreading.
Yeah, that's true. You never know all the lives that you touch, but we touch so many lives over the years, and it's just been incredible of the amount of support that companies supported Dad and ourselves still. They supported him, and they still supporting us. So it's been it's been amazing. I see so many worthy people receiving awards every year, and we continue his dream and his legacy. How does it feel you being a legacy builder as well, because you're part of his legacy?
Feels very good, very good. I like to see people happy. We're in a world where it's kind of me first sometimes, but when it's someone else before you and you're helping to build them up, it makes me feel good to be able to be part of that history and to be part of that community.
Yes, it is a great feeling. I tell you, it's unlike any other feeling there is. I equate it sometimes to Christmas as a little child when you're getting toys and you're able to give them away, and how rewarding it is to see the excitement in children. So it's probably equivalent to the same thing as the excitement of the Achievers receiving. And I know yourself and Minnie and Marilyn and Chantel put the boxes together last year for the Achievers. That was really special as well.
Yes, it was. It was. To be creative and to be able to see the smiling faces and say, you did all this for me. Yes, you deserve that and more. But keep on working hard, keep on being empowered, keep on being encouraged, and encourage somebody else. When I encourage you, I'm encouraging someone else. I'm reaching out to someone else. And that's our mission, to reach out, to empower.
Yes, and it's so inspiring. But what's the future for you, Miss McCune, since you're retired now? You know, I'm trying to steal some more hours from you now that you're retired. So you probably shouldn't have told a guy like me that you're retiring. So, but you know, I forgive you anyway.
I'm going to continue to work. I'm going to continue to empower people. I'm going to continue to reach out as much as I can and as long as I can, because it makes me feel good.
Well, I'm glad I have you on tape because we got 50 more years to go now, huh? What'd you think? We gone 50, pretty much.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear your statement.
I said we done 49 years and then we got 50 years, so we got 50 more years to go.
Okay, all right, if that's what you wish.
Yeah.
50 more years to help people out. Okay.
Isn't it something? All the sponsorships is coming in this year already, and our deadline is almost up. But it's, you know, a lot of companies are reaching out to us. They want to sponsor people, and this really helping with their diversity and inclusion. And what do you think about that? Isn't that inspiring to see the growth there as well?
Yes, definitely. People want to help. With the pandemic going on, and you can't reach out like you did before, to do it now, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. We continue to grow.
Well, Darlene, I thank you so much for joining our broadcast, and we really appreciate you. I love you, and I thank you for everything you've done over the years, and I thank you for what you're going to do in the future. So we really appreciate you. I appreciate you. Love you forever, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right. I appreciate the opportunity.
Again, I'd like to thank all our board members that was here with us today. Robert Robinson, James Hill Jr., and Darlene B. McCune. I'm glad you were able to see the friendly faces that work behind the scenes that make Black Achievers happen every year. Some of them have been together with me for over 30 years or close to 48 years with Darlene B. McCune. So I really appreciate them. They make my job so much easier. They've been so supportive over the years, and I can't thank them enough for joining me today. Again, thanks for joining our show. Hopefully you'll be join us again next month as we continue our quest to keep showing all the positive things that Black Achievers are doing. And as I always end my show, change your thoughts, change your world. Thank you.